Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. Everything's like backwards. It's weird, y'all. It's weird. It's weird. Okay. I'm doing this on a, why are you so far off? Okay. I'm doing this on a new streaming thing. Ha, that's better. Okay. Doing this on a new streaming platform. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is way more technologically advanced than I actually am. So, okay, we'll see. Let me tip it up. It's weird. I have no idea what I'm doing. I literally just spent the last 20 minutes watching videos on YouTube to try to figure out how this thing works. Okay, it says I have 3 people viewing. Marty, you made it. Hi. Which means that it's working, I guess. I don't know. I literally was sitting here for 25 minutes watching videos, trying to figure out how to do this. Love, can you shut my door, sweetie? Thank you.
Fine, I'll shut the door. People are being too loud.
Always. And happy Palm Sunday to you, too. We got to watch Bella's little group do an adorable little presentation. It was super cute. Oh, Wendy, you're working? That's not fun. Hello from Arkansas. I legit have no idea what we're going to talk about today because the conversation got very interesting yesterday. I don't know if we're going to be able to top that or not. It's pretty entertaining. I need to go eat something and absolutely nothing sounds good. Absolutely nothing sounds good. I have no idea what to eat. I tried eating some ground beef a little while ago and holding my nose and chewing. Got to a point where I couldn't really swallow. So I got to figure out what to eat. I don't know. I don't know what to eat. I got to figure something out. Oh, what I did is working. I'm glad because I have no idea what I'm doing. Hi, Carol. So what's really frustrating. Oh, good. You got a notification this time. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm going to go live on Sundays at 3:00 Central from now on so that people who are super busy on Saturdays can make it to lives. And then most everyone in the country should be done with church on Sunday. So that is the current plan. We'll see. I have something in my sleeve. What's in my sleeve? I don't know. Got something. We picked up a new Gosling today. Because we traded one of our black roosters. I'm rooster heavy. I need to get rid of some roosters. So we traded one of our black roosters for 4 Gosling eggs and a freshly hatched Gosling. And these geese seem to be really nice. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Let me know if I get jumpy or anything. I ran a speed test just before I started this. I watched a bunch of videos. And it's it's the videos where they're like, okay, go here, do this, click this one, do this, click this one. So I'm sitting here watching the phone, clicking the mouse back and forth. It was probably very entertaining. Oh my gosh. Hi, Shawnee, you made it. Lots of people are getting notifications. Did y'all get notifications? Hopefully you did. My hair's a mess. It looks like the Mad Hatter. It's if y'all seen that Alice in Wonderland with Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter. That's what I'm starting to do. Oh, my hair's a mess. It's just a mess. I don't know. I need to eat. I don't know what to eat, people. What should I eat? Nothing sounds good. Nothing. I need a little bit. Ren says, I'm eating now, gagging it down. Seriously. Oh, I know the feeling. Also, nothing is appealing. I need red meat, but not hamburger. It doesn't digest well for me. Organic, grass-fed, no antibiotics or hormones, supposedly. Emily Penton is like that. She's really, really, really super sensitive, and she can only have cows from this one farm that really do well with her. Yeah. So this is new. I'm using a streaming platform, and it's really frustrating because I had no reason to get a streaming platform, and then this is like way more advanced than I know what to do with. But I went to go live on YouTube like a couple weeks ago, and they were like, "Oh, you have to have a streaming platform." So I bought and paid for the streaming lab thing, and then they were like, "Oh, well, no, if you just click here, then you can go live." But so I figured I paid for it, I may as well use the darn thing. So that's what we're doing. This is an experiment. Marty had stew meat and eggs. Shauna, yes. Yeah, now you get to hang out with me 2 days in a row. I don't know how long I'll be on this time. Figured I just wanted to try it and see if it actually worked. And apparently it did. I thought it was going to be more difficult to set up. I really thought I was going to have to like put the key in and do the lock and everything. I don't know. Y'all, technology is not my thing. And all of my technologically advanced children, if I'm too loud, let me know and I will turn my thing down. All my technically advanced children do not live in my house anymore. So, no fun on that. Let me see. So, I have some thawed fish in the fridge. I usually deep fry it, well, like in a cast iron pan. I might do it in the air fryer. I might try that. I think I might be able to get behind that. With some pork panko and Parmesan and seasoning in the batter breading. And then I'll serve it with butter and lemon. Sounds a little bit better. My neck is definitely doing better. It's still not 100%. Like, it's mostly back here in my shoulder now. So I think some of the homeopathic stuff that I've been taking has definitely made a huge difference because I haven't taken any Tylenol or Motrin or anything else for a couple of days. So. Oh, Ariana. I always say Ariana. I'm sorry. Ariana. Hi. How are you? I should have Bella come up here and say hi. Yeah. She asked the other day when we were going to go to the lake. And she goes, and our friends have to come. You know, Cassidy's friend and Lexi's my friend. So don't worry, they miss you, darling. They talk about you all the time. Air fryer and fish. Okay. Gonna do beef ribs tonight. I don't know what it is. Nothing sounds good. I'm fighting somebody's cold. I don't know. Richard got a new job and brought home a whole bunch of new germs for all of us to get to know. So that was fun. It's not bad though. This is me unmedicated. It's just my throat's a little bit scratchy and itchy. Yeah. I can't keep my videos up. I am a bit too plain spoken, politically incorrect. Okay. The conversations off camera are not the same as the conversations on camera in my house. And I will never let my channel go political because I think that there's so much more important things than that. And so many people get so divided on politics. And I was listening to, who was it? I think it might have been Dr. Rimka. I think it was her. And she was like, we are not good at not being political. Like, we should be able to look at someone and go, okay, I agree with this one thing that you said. I'm not a huge fan of the other thing that you said, but I agree with that one thing. You know, we can agree on that part. Whereas right now there seems to be a lot of, oh, you believe that, then, oh, I can't talk to you. I could care less. Oh my gosh. Y'all are allowed to have your own opinions and I'm allowed to have mine. We don't have to talk about them. This is a health and wellness channel. So no reason to do that. Yeah. No, my husband has many conversations with friends and other people that will not ever be on my channel or live because, yeah, it's not worth it. And I don't want to start getting censored by YouTube. I don't want to end up getting kicked off because then I'm not going to be able to help anybody. So I usually get the beef in something and not as is. Yes, exactly. Politics are just a dividing source. Yeah. So I don't do politics. There's some stuff I just won't talk about. It's like, yeah. If you want to email me, then we can talk. If you want to talk, email. But most of that stuff isn't going to benefit most people. It's going to cause division, and that doesn't help anybody. So we got 4 new goose eggs and a baby gosling downstairs. We're working on regrowing our flock since we just had the turkey terrorists destroy the ducks, and then the ducks that were left, I think the blood from when the turkeys attacked and killed drew in some predators, because then they finished off 3 of the other ducks. So I only have 2 ducks now. That's fun. Farm life is fun. It's interesting. I'm almost out of water. Let me see. Is there anything else I need to talk about? I can't remember. Does anyone have any questions? I didn't figure I'd be on super long today, since I was on pretty long tomorrow. Woo, the wind though. Like my whole house just creaked from the wind. No need to bicker on your channel with any irrelevant topics. You don't need to cover. Yeah, exactly. What is the best way to figure out your individual macros? So I think the most important macro, Marty, you're awesome. I think the most important macro is protein. I think unless you have something like epilepsy or even certain forms of cancer, meeting your protein goal every day is very important. And there's a lot of differing opinions on what your protein minimum should be. There are some people who say that you should eat 1 gram of protein per lean pound of body mass. Well, then there are other people who say you should eat 1 gram of protein to every kilogram of body mass. That's actually a pretty big difference, because for my macros, if I do 1 gram per lean pound, it's like 113 grams, because it would be 113 pounds of protein. Well, if you do gram to kilogram, then I'm only at like 70 something kilograms. So that's what my intake would be for protein. Then there's the other people who say, of course you should have higher protein than that. Honestly, it's hard to tell. I know some people, one of the moderators in my Mighty Network, Ayana, she does fantastic on super high protein, like way higher protein than she does fat. She actually has to work on getting her fat in to get it just up to a 1-to-1. She does great at like 150, 200 grams a day of protein. I feel horrible if I eat that much protein. I feel like I have brain fog, I'm kind of lethargic, and my joints will actually start to hurt a little bit if I eat that much protein. So for me, I do much better with the higher fat, but that doesn't mean that I don't still meet my protein goal. Whether you want to use kilograms, or if you want to use lean body mass, or if you want to do ideal weight mass, there's so many different formulas to try. So I would say try each one of them. See where you feel the best. Try it at kilograms. If you start losing hair, your nails start breaking or chipping really easily, that could indicate that you're not getting enough protein. Granted, the hair falling out, starting to shed more, can take up to 3 months of not getting enough protein, but usually the nails respond a little bit sooner than that. So keep your eye out for something like that. Then you could up it. I generally do the lean body mass amount, which is anywhere from 111 to 113 grams of protein. That seems to work for me. And then I try to get anywhere from 130 to like 180 grams of fat a day. And I do that by butter, egg yolks. I do still include dairy until I have blood tests that tell me not to do dairy, or I really get the itch to not do dairy. Then I'm going to continue to do dairy. So figuring out your protein is king. That needs to be the first one. Then your fat and your carbs are your levers for fuel because they are both your fuel source. And I know a lot of people have said, well, if you're already high fat, all you need is the low carb. But I do know some people who have so many toxins stored up in their fat stores that when they don't eat enough fuel, be it carbs or fat, and of course, we're all low carb here, so it would have to be fat. If you don't eat enough fat, you're going to feel run down and yucky because you are using the fat on your body. And when you do that, it's releasing toxins into your system as well. So for people who may have a lot of toxic buildup in your fat cells, you might want to still keep your fat quite a bit higher because then your body will use that and it will use a little bit from your stores, but it will use the good, healthy quality that you're giving it, the good fuel that you're giving it, plus burn a little bit on the side. And sometimes when you're eating the really good quality fat, it actually triggers your body to drop a lot more of the fat that it's holding. So sometimes you'll end up getting a whoosh effect. That's what they call it, where your cells will just, and they'll just drop a whole bunch of stuff. So some people believe that you can't eat fat and lose fat. For some people, the more fat they eat, the more fat they lose. So it's really individualized, but figuring out enough fuel for your body. And then because we're all low carb, we're going to want to keep the carbs as low as possible. You get to choose what is as low as possible for you. I know, again, Ayana, I love you, keep throwing you under the bus. She can do like 50, 75 carbs and feel fantastic. And she's in the gym all the time. This woman's got muscles coming out of her ears. She looks fantastic, but she can handle quite a few more carbs if she wants to. So you get to decide. And I always recommend just go with total carbs. Don't even fall into net carbs. Do the total carbs and then be honest with yourself. If you're going to eat 75 total carbs, eat 75 total carbs and just be done with it. But for the best healing, generally, it's going to be 20 total or under. I think some days I'm lucky if I hit 15 because I just feel better there. Some days I'll go up to as high as like 25, like really high carbs. And my carbs come from, honestly, eggs, cheese, yogurt. I did just start including Chobani Complete. It is unfortunately low fat, but also low carb yogurt. And it's a way for me to get my protein up because I can generally eat fat better than I can eat protein. So it helps me get my protein up. So that is what I recommend, making sure you get enough protein and that you are getting enough fuel as well and keeping your carbs as low as possible. And for everyone, it's going to look different. So you have to experiment a little bit to see where you feel the best. Okay, so Gloria says, is salt loading contraindicated if one has heart issues like pulmonary hypertension? I'm not asking for medical advice, but general information you may know. So what I've seen in the books that they've talked about is that a lot of people who have hypertension actually find that the iodine helps, so it outweighs whatever the salt may or may not do. And one of the misnomers in the medical community is that salt causes hypertension. Salt doesn't cause hypertension, carbs do. And sugar does, because carbohydrates hold on to water, and that water swelling up your body is what actually causes your higher blood pressure. So it's hard to say. I would definitely recommend that you work with an iodine literate practitioner if you can find one to work with for issues like that. I actually started doing the salt loading the correct way because I kind of I'm just going to do it my way. Yeah, no, it doesn't work the same. The correct way. And it really does seem to make a difference. And it's actually not that hard for me. So I would think, based on what I've seen, that because the iodine helps the heart so much, that I have seen that it outweighed it, but you would definitely want to be careful, talk to your doctor. This is not medical advice, all of that fun stuff. No problem with protein. Love it. As I have IBS, I cannot tolerate high fat, so I do moderate fat on my low carb plan, but I do higher protein, few veggies 2 to 3 times a week. Veggies give me issues. I know. Veggies give me issues too, but I still eat them. I was kind of wondering if that's what this neck thing was veggies. And then I was like, well, maybe it's the iodine. Maybe it's the veggies. I don't know. Maybe I'm autoimmune and that was a flare-up, and we are going to figure it out soon because I got blood tests in the middle of the pain. So if it is an autoimmune flare, it should show up very nicely. And if it's not, then I got to tighten up my diet and see what's going on. I have to have my dairy. You and me, Shauna. One day. Cream in my coffee and tea is a must. I got to say, though, I got rid of the cream. I switched it for the egg. I love the egg in my coffee so much more than I have ever loved heavy cream or half and half or anything. I love the egg in my coffee. So that's one thing that I don't miss. Once I start to work out again, I will add more veggies. Yeah. My gosh, the wind. Holy cow. The cool thing, Richard just got a new job, and with it comes a membership to a gym. Remember, we live in tiny town, Wisconsin. So the gym is not huge, but it does have a sauna. So there's that. We are actually going to go start working out at the gym every day starting tomorrow morning. So we're going to wake up and go, he and I are going to go work out for a little while every day and get into the routine and the habit of doing it, even if it's just I'm going to go walk on the treadmill for a little bit or do a couple of little centers. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm actually looking forward to it, which is weird because normally I'm not looking forward to it. Oh, we started walking again, Sean. If I went outside right now and walked, I'd probably blow away. Had to do it as a goal to get back to it. So far, 7 days, I feel so much better mentally. I am so ready for winter to be over because I miss going outside and sitting in my camping chair on the front walkway in the sunshine, watching my animals and just being calm and feeling the sun and having my feet on the grass. I miss it so much. It was 37 degrees when we went to church today. It was stinking cold. So done with winter, and there's supposed to be a potential for a blizzard next week. Not for us, but for a lot of the rest of the Midwest. So not fun. It stinks. Need to research an iodine doctor. I know. Yeah. I do. So my coffee is a little extreme right now because I'm not eating very well. I might even have to go have another cup of coffee and do like a decaf or something. I put an egg, a whole egg, and then I do coconut oil and butter and collagen and then stevia, the like English toffee stevia drops. I think that's it. And that's what I put in my coffee right now. It gives me protein and fat because the last couple of times I've tried to eat eggs in the morning, they've gone to the dogs. I cannot. I do not know what's going on, but it's starting to happen again where I had a couple of days where I ate 3/4 pound of ground beef in one sitting with 2 eggs and a little bit of cheese. That was like so much for me. And apparently now my body's like, we're good. So now I can't eat again. Well, it's just really tough. So I figured it would be better to drink my calories in my coffee than not eat, period. I'm over it though. It's getting old. Kimberly says, I need to try the egg coffee. I do have some keto chow a friend sent to me. I love the egg coffee. I like using my immersion blender. Oh, that was the Weather Channel. It just gave me an alert. Oh, it's for my local area. Let's see what's going to happen. Be cautious with outdoor burning this evening. Gusts to 30 miles an hour. Yeah, I can hear it. Holy cow. It's like shaking the windows. Oh, you're on the treadmill right now, Shauna. Watching me on the treadmill. Could it be oxalate creating issues? I watched the talk with Sally Norton. Honestly, there's so many things, if you're referring to my neck, that my neck could be. Like, there are so many things that it could be. It could be bromide. It could be oxalates. It could be I slept wrong. It could be autoimmune. It could be I don't even know. I just know that this is like just a few days over 2 weeks. That's a bit extreme for a pulled something or other. So we'll see. But I got blood tests. They just haven't come in yet. But that will be a really good indication of whether or not it's something deeper than I twisted my neck or oxalates or bromide or something like that, because I was in the middle of pretty severe pain when I got the test done. So perfect timing for checking all of that. Could you do a video on coffee? So I actually have, I almost did the whole thing. I swear I just did a video where I recorded my coffee. So there's one, it's pumpkin spice Dutch baby and coffee. That one is super close to what I'm doing now. I'm trying to remember. I swear I think I just did another one not too long ago that had coffee in it. But I can't remember. So that one does the pumpkin spice and Dutch baby. Pumpkin spice Dutch baby and coffee has my coffee in it, and I blend like the whole thing in there. I don't think it has the coconut oil and the butter in it. I should just do another one, shouldn't I? I'll just do another one. Yeah, I hope I never have to give up coffee, because then everyone's going to be like, but you always made coffee. I know. I love coffee. Just saying. The English toffee is the best, and it brings out the butter flavor so much. I know, I love that one. I really have to try to hit my protein goal. I usually have to force myself to eat supper because I'm still not hungry. What did I eat? I ate a 1/4 pound of ground beef today. And that was it. And I can tell I need to eat. I feel hungry. I know that I need to eat. But when I go to eat, my body is not letting me eat. And it's really, really frustrating. And I don't understand why. So I think I just have to find what my body is craving. Like, seafood doesn't sound good. Beef doesn't sound good. Chicken sounds okay, but not like fantastic. Pork really doesn't sound good at all. Coffee sounds okay. Eggs don't sound good. Dairy doesn't sound good. Like, nothing sounds good. So frustrating. I had to give up cheese. It causes histamine reactions. Other dairy, no problem. But cheese is the problem. That's weird. I wonder if it's something that has to do with the enzymes that they make the cheese with. That's interesting. Well, I'm glad you can have the rest of dairy. Yeah, whenever Danny talks about going dairy-free, she's like, keep butter and get rid of everything else. So I can see that. But cheese would be. I might need new pillows. I have a ergonomic pillow, and I also have a medium pillow, and I also have a super fluffy pillow, and then I have a towel that I just roll up and put underneath my neck. I have been trying. I tried each one of those on a different night to see if one worked better than another one. And the medium pillow seems to be the best. I start off on my back when I go to bed, and I put the towel underneath my neck for at least 10 minutes because that's what my chiropractor told me to do. So I do that so that my head is like back and it's trying to put the curve back into my spine. And then after about 10 minutes, I'll pull that out because I'm ready to roll over on my side because I'm a side sleeper. And then the medium one relieves a lot of the tension, but I've found that I'm curling up into a ball to sleep. And I know that that's not good for me. So I'm constantly like, every time I notice that I wake up and I try to put my head back on the pillow. So, but I tried the ergonomic pillow. It made it worse. The super fluffy one, I couldn't even I was like this all night long. It does not go well. So that didn't work either. But I tried the pillow thing. It's very sad. I was really hoping that was it. I find that Eggs are on again, off again. I dread the day when I can't look at an egg. It's a lot of my diet at the moment. I can do spinach though. So with veg, it's more the carbs for me. I have to say, even though I know how many oxalates are in spinach and I know how not good it is for me, I actually miss spinach. Like, I never in a million years thought I'd miss spinach, but I actually kind of miss spinach. I was eating something. Hi, baby girl. I was eating something the other day and I was like, I wish I could put spinach on this. Just so weird. Hi, Sugar Bear. You say hi to the people again.
Hi.
My sweet girl. Yeah. It was weird. I kind of wanted spinach. Check out an NUCCA chiropractor. Such one could help you straighten out the atlas in your neck. Ours might be, actually. He is incredible. He's been really, really helpful. So I'll have to look into NUCCA. Interesting. I'll have to look that up and see if he is. Because who knows? Maybe he is? I don't know. Switch between coffee and either chai tea or matcha tea. Matcha tea? Matcha tea. That was cute. Hot pad. Yeah, I have one underneath the desk. It's plugged in. I'm just not using it right now. But I'll switch between hot pad and cold. I don't like the cold. The cold hurts. But reducing inflammation does help. It's probably just aged cheese according to Professor Google. I love it. It's the cultured...
It's for plants.
We were talking about female urinals yesterday, and now Bella is playing with a toy potty.
No, I'm not. I'm playing.
You just flushed it.
No, I flushed it because I'm putting seeds in it.
Because you're putting seeds in the toy potty?
And then I flushed it with water.
This kid has the best imagination. Oh my gosh, she absolutely does. Try Wiseman Healing. Woo! Everything's jumping. Stop jumping. Balm on Amazon. Just coconut oil, frankincense, and myrrh. I've used it for my trigger finger and absolutely 100% better. I think I have... Do I have all that? I might have all that. Maybe I'll just make it myself. I have a lot of oils. Kind of an oil junkie. A lot of oils. I have a memory foam pillow and I'm a side sleeper too. Yeah, side sleeping is interesting. And then I have a body pillow too that I put in between my legs and then I hug it. And I end up with my arms crossed like this over my pillow underneath my chin. I wake up, I'm like, oh, I did it again. It's pretty funny. You can take an old sock and fill it up with dry rice or beans and double the sock and heat. Yes, I have done that. Actually, I used to make heating packs for my parents. We took old towels and I would sew rows into them and then we'd fill them up with rice, but I found feed corn actually works even better. So we would fill it up with feed corn and then I would sew across to make little squares on the bottom, fill it up some more, make little zippy. And so I made one that actually fits on my dad's back, goes across his back, and then it has arms that come up over. So I used to make those all the time. I just haven't made any in a long time. I should probably do that. Yeah, I have an electric heating pack. It's plugged in underneath my desk. Bella's little bed is right here. She sleeps on a cot.
Can you play boxes with me?
What?
I'm cooking.
You're cooking? Daddy's cooking. You're cooking steaks?
About ready to. I'm cooking burgers for Walker first.
Okay.
Can't get
It's cold outside, people. It's cold outside. It stinks. You're waving at me from SoCal. Please send a little bit of warmth my way, please. We're just trying to heat up the grill, and it's just laughing at him right now. Oh my gosh. So, yes, I love the moist heat from those homemade packs was amazing. I do have this. I have this. I don't know if you guys can see this. It might be backwards. Let me know if it's backwards. To me, it's not backwards. Is it backwards to you? This is from Young Living. It's their CBD rub. I signed up under Nisha to do the Young Living stuff. So I'll put some of that on because it actually does hurt a little bit. It's probably the weather right now, honestly. I think this one might have stuff in it too. What does it have in it? It has something. Let me see. Camellia leaf oil, beeswax, shea butter, safflower seed oil. Ew! I know. Jojoba seed oil, cinnamon, camphor, melaleuca, lemon, peppermint. No, so I'll go throw on some. Oh, it's got arnica in it. Huh! Arnica montana extract. That's really cool. I'll have to go add some frankincense and myrrh on my neck after I'm done. Let me see. I'm catching up. Finding a good pillow is so hard. Like, it is so hard. Oh, and executive decision. My son's girlfriend told me not to cut my hair. She was like, no, don't do it. She goes, I love your hair. Leave it alone. And I was like, well, no, I'm really thinking, it'd just be easier. And she was like, no, I love your hair. Leave it alone. Please. She was the first one to actually say no. So I was like, you know what? Okay. I'll grow my hair out. She's like, I'll do it for you when you come see me. So I'm gonna let my hair grow out for a while because it was really cute. And she was very sweet about it. Okay. Hello, everyone from Ray City, Georgia. Were you in Georgia? Oh my gosh. Bella is so ridiculous. I love my tiny human. She is so fun. Don't have an Asian grocery store near me, but I want to try Asian greens. Asian greens? I've never heard of Asian greens. I know that lettuce is low in oxalate, but spinach is super high. Kale is actually not bad. It's like medium. It's not too terribly bad. Swiss chard? Terrible. Very, very terrible. Don't do that. I'll let you know if it works. I will. Oh yeah. Yes, happy Palm Sunday. The kids did an adorable little presentation. They went up there and they sang and they all had palm leaves and I recorded the whole thing. I recorded Bella. It was so cute. I can't put it up because I don't have the copyright to the... Well, I mean, I could put it up, but I couldn't monetize it. So maybe I could put it up. Maybe I could put it up as a short. I don't know. It was so cute though. But I'd have to blur out the other faces of all the other children. So it might be a little bit too much work. But it was adorable regardless. Tiger Balm or Vicks will help your neck, or arnica cream. Yeah, this has arnica in it. It's already tingling. I put the sock warmer on, and yes, aged cheese is I only eat cream cheese or cottage cheese. I like cream cheese and cottage cheese. I try to stay away from them because I kind of like them a little bit too much. Let's be real. Flaxseed works pretty well for heating pads too. Flaxseed, I actually need to get some of that to try to season my cast iron with. I try not to use flax because it's so estrogenic. But sometimes there's other stuff. I mean, like Vicks. Vicks is not great because it's a petroleum-based product. But nothing gets my kids to stop coughing like Vicks. If I put it on the bottom of their feet with socks, nothing will get them to stop coughing as much as Vicks does. So sometimes, yeah, I use bad things. Yeah, I'll get over it someday. Bok choy is amazing and definitely keto. I wonder if bok choy is low oxalate. I don't know. So sad I do not get notifications on any videos from my subscribed channels. Have no idea why I tried everything. Did you get a notification for this one? When I went Fabric Pixie. Oh, that is such a cute name. Oh my gosh. Huh. Yeah. Did you get several people said that they actually got a notification, so that was good. I can see it. I love essential oils and I use them for meditation and healing, spiritual purposes. I put them on my candles. Yeah, I have a bunch of diffusers. I need to start hooking them up. And we have you can't see it, but it's over there. There's a humidifier and there's a little tray to pull out to drop essential oils on the pad so that you don't put it in the water. So I have that one that I use. Yes. Oh, okay. So essential oils. I have a company that I love. It's Hopewell. And they actually have a blend, Shauna. It's called His Garments. And they based it off of a verse in the Bible talking about what Christ's garments smelled like. It is so cool. So hopewellessentialoils.com. I think I have an affiliate code. So if you go down below any of my videos and look down below for my websites, it'll be down there. But they did that and it smells amazing. It's like sandalwood, a couple other things I don't remember, but it smells so good. But they actually did that off of a Bible verse. It's like, that's actually kind of cool. I like it. So we have a teeny tiny little, like 2 milliliter bottle of it. Actually sounds pretty good. The Young Living Balm, it's very nice. It's got the menthol, but it's not overpowering like the Vicks, but it's still, it's actually working pretty well. I'll do some research on different Asian greens and report back. Emily and Sarah from Keto Twins are in Hawaii eating taro leaves. That's what gave me the idea. There you go. So many things in this world that could be fantastic. I had a total hysterectomy, was told to incorporate flax. No big for me. Will never do flax again. Big no. Some people can handle it. Some people can't. You gotta try and see what works for you. Bok choy is low oxalates as far as I know. Ooh, so that might be an okay one. I used to get this way back when I was just gluten-free. They had this, it was this Asian dish, and it had bok choy in it, and it was with rice noodles. So good. So not good for you. And I don't know that I'd ever be able to recreate it, but I do remember it. Cool. I think Susan said bok choy is good to eat, low oxalate. Yes, go click on their link. Yeah, I have an affiliate link down there somewhere. I think it's down below my videos. I think I save it down below there. Dark chocolate will stop a spasming cough and comes in keto friendly. This is actual science. Seriously? I've never heard of this. Dark chocolate binds to the opiate receptors and it works like hydrocodone, but better. I'm allergic to hydrocodone. Seriously? Oh, I like it. We have Lily's dark chocolate chips too. We have Lily's dark chocolate chips and candy bars too. Ooh. Granted, it's high in oxalates, but hey. Eat it with butter, because then it'll bind to the calcium in the butter, and then you can, yeah, right? Totally negates everything. I wasn't going to be on here for very long, guys. I'm sorry. I used to work for a company here in Vancouver that does essential oils and such, all based on chakras and that type of energy. There was a lot of information out there about that. We started trying to look into it, but I think it was just too advanced. It was too next level, and so it did not hold my interest very well. It was when we had gone keto, and we were like, I think there's probably something to this that has to do with the grounding and the magnetism of the earth and getting your body into alignment. So I have a feeling that someday I will probably revisit that and look at it with new eyes. But right now I've got so much other stuff going on that I have not added that back into my repertoire of everything. Oh my gosh. Chocolate, butter, and bacon. That actually sounds good. Which is funny because nothing sounds good right now, but let me tell you, chocolate covered bacon sounds good. What is this? What is this? It's driving me nuts. That one part didn't curl. Well, I didn't actually curl it this morning. I just scrunched it. I should have curled it. Chocolate butter bacon. So I'm gonna go I'm out of water. That is sad. Okay. It's very advanced. There is a great simple book on chakras, though. The Complete Idiot Guides to Chakras. Very useful. That's awesome. I love those complete idiot guides to them. And I mean, there's a lot of people who don't believe in meditation, but let me tell you, meditation works and it does some stuff. And I know there's a lot of people who will not look at that kind of stuff because they think that it goes against their religion. I have a feeling that all of this stuff actually does have truth to it. And so Richard the other day, we're talking about grounding. And he's like, do you think maybe that's why whenever you're standing on holy ground, you're supposed to remove your shoes because you're grounding to the holy ground. Because there's lots of religions who have sacred ground, who have holy ground, and you're not supposed to wear shoes. It's not just Christianity. There's a lot of them. Hi, Allie. I know, we're late. I was here, and did you get a notification? Like, some people did. Maybe everyone didn't. I know. I wasn't going to talk long, and then people started asking questions, and I'm still talking. Sorry. Brown the butter. Oh, I love browned butter. Yeah, I love brown butter. I think Wendy Loving It on Keto did a bacon recipe recently with chocolate. It might be on her new channel. I should probably go do that. But yeah, Richard said that. He's like, do you think that's why they were supposed to take off their shoes? He's like, there really could be something about that. And I was like, my mind is blown. I think there's so much about the way that we've done things traditionally that we don't understand. Like corn, when we first were introduced to corn, the Native Americans actually soaked the corn in a lye ash for up to 3 days before they actually processed it to eat it. We skipped that part. The reason that they did that is that it broke down a lot of the anti-nutrients in the corn, and it actually boosted the protein in the corn, and it made it easier to digest, at all. But we skip that step. We grow the corn, we go get the corn, and we put it in the pressure cooker or boil it in water or grind it up into flour, and we eat it. And we don't soak it in that lye ash anymore to begin the breaking down and the fermentation process, which causes it to happen and hurt you less. So there's lots of stuff that got lost. Lots and lots and lots. Monks and nuns meditate. It's not against any religion. Yes, this is why you're supposed to remove your shoes on sacred ground. I'm studying shamanism. Did I say that right? Hopefully I said that right now. Hi from New Hampshire. Hi, Tiffany. I just happened to find this live. No notification. So half the people got notifications and the other people didn't get the notifications. I don't know what to do, people. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. I thought the Sunday chat was going to start next week because we already had a live. I know, probably should have. But then Richard was like, you're going to go live, right? And I was like, I didn't know if I should. He's like, go live. Oh, okay. I love you. I don't know. This is with a streaming platform. I have no idea if it's going to save properly. I don't know anything. Like, it didn't. When I do it on YouTube, it says, hey, do you want to take a thumbnail? And this one was like, upload a picture. I'm like, I don't have a picture. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to figure out how to do this one. And that is why you cover your head when you remove your shoes. It holds your energy in. Oh, that is so cool. When you draw it up from the earth so you get grounded. That is so cool. I love it. I remember my mother drying corn and then cooking it. It was so good. There's a lot of things I remember that were so good. And I'm going to be real, I miss them. Earth has an electromagnetic frequency. People have EMF. Coming into resonance has to be good for you. And with all of the towers around and the cell phones and the electronics and the lights and the everything, I know that it screws up our cells. Have you guys seen Carnivore Yogi? One of her videos, she talked about her daughter. Her daughter is autistic. And she's nonverbal, but she can still communicate. And she said she wanted to go to grandma's house. She kept wanting to go to grandma's house. And Sarah's like, why do you want to go to grandma's house? Why don't you just want to be here? Why do you want to go to grandma's house? And her daughter responded, because at grandma's house, the walls don't scream. She was like, the walls scream at our house? And she said, yes, unless you unplug the Wi-Fi. She was like, is there anything else you'd like me to know? And her daughter said, I like it when you have your phone in airplane mode. Or something very similar. I mean, I got goosebumps from head to toe when I heard that. I was like, the walls are screaming. Wow. That stinks. But it totally makes sense as to why we're insulated in these bodies and in these buildings that are made out of concrete and insulation and all this other stuff that keeps us separated from the natural grass, the natural ground, the sunlight. Even our windows have UV protection on them. And so I was like, that, it legitimately gave me goosebumps on my goosebumps. And I was like, oh, so I was so glad that I watched that episode of Sarah's so that I could understand. And so she's been really big about blue light blocking in the evenings, grounding, sun in your eyes, the UV rays when the sun is coming up in the morning, and then unplugging the Wi-Fi for as much time as possible during the day, not wearing Bluetooth earbuds, things like that, to try to help ground their bodies and help to bring them more into alignment, because it was like super eye-opening. The walls are screaming. How terrifying is that? Not cool. I got notifications. That's YouTube issues, not mine, right? In the South, where I'm called, it's called hominy. Yes. I remember that. So much stuff. Okay, let me see. Yes, that's why earthing is so good. It brings you back to what you should be experiencing. Yeah, her daughter is absolutely amazing. I listened to her poems that she wrote for her parents for Christmas. I cried like a baby. I'm not autistic, but I have thought the same thing. Glad I'm not the only one hearing it. Yeah, you're not the only one. My son, I told him what Sarah's daughter had said, and he goes, yeah, didn't you guys know? No, I didn't know my walls were screaming. I had no idea. He's like, oh, I thought everyone knew that. Oop, that's a rooster crows outside my window. Let me see. I have a pond with large rocks you can sit on and go whenever I want. It feels so amazing. Just after 15 minutes, I'm so ready for winter to be over. So ready. I was just finished watching your last live and I was done. I saw you were live. Yeah. Not going to go live twice a week. I'm just shifting to Sunday because normally we take Cassidy and Noah or pick them up on Saturday. This way I can just be consistent every Sunday, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. So you could set an alarm because apparently YouTube is not going to tell you. Thanks for that, YouTube. But now I'm going to let you guys go because chocolate covered bacon sounds good. So I'm going to go see if I have any bacon. And Richard said he's making burgers too. So I might be able to get behind a burger. We'll see. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to hit end stream. And we're going to see what happens. If it posts it, I don't know. So if it doesn't post it, I'm sorry. And we'll do it again another time. So thanks, guys, for hanging out with me for almost an hour. And I will see you next week, next Sunday, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, barring any tragedies. So thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you later.